Hey you guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Just wanted to say thanks to all the wonderful visitors and subscribers to the channel. Channel's growing slowly but surely. Don't want to get too fast, which is good. Again, I'm not really interested in making any money on the channel. I just want to get some of this drawing out to you guys so you guys can kind of be inspired. Today we're going to do something that I'm not really used to drawing, but I actually had a request for this particular character. I think his name is Vegeta or Vegeta. There's Vegeta and Vegeto, but I'm going to do Vegeta today. I believe he's the prince of all Saiyans. From Dragonball Z. When I was in college, I did have a huge, gosh, it was massive. I had a huge toy collection. And this particular character, Vegeta, was part of my toy collection. And, you know, as you get older, you know, you can go actually two ways. You can go, you can keep collecting and, you know, eventually have a giant collection. I mean, I'm not really sure how many toys I had. There was a lot. I mean, there was probably over, I don't know, 4,000, 5,000? 5,000 toys? I mean, I had a lot of toys. Let's just say I had a lot of toys, people. And, you know, it kind of got to the point where it was hard to lug them around. I didn't want to put them in storage. You know, we just had a baby. And I wasn't really interested in doing it anymore because it was a cost. And you know, you have that addiction. And I had a lot of time going into it. So I basically wanted to change my time into drawing. So that's kind of what I did. I changed from collecting toys into drawing. Now, do I regret getting rid of the toys? There are days when I do, but I think at the end of the day, it was the right decision to do it. I actually gave the toys to my nephew, and at the time he was, I don't know, 10, 11 years old. So you can imagine the awesome surprise when Uncle Mike says, you know, hey buddy, I'm interested in giving some of my toys away. Would you be interested in taking them? Of course he's like, yeah! So he got the toy collection of his illustrator uncle. And along with that, he also got posters, he got, you know, collectible, just different types of maquettes and stuff that I didn't feel like I needed at the time because I'm like, you know, eventually I'm going to be making tons of money and I won't need any, you know, all these toys that I have now. Of course, whenever I look at hindsight's always 20/20. For those of you guys who are in the midst of your quest right now to become a better artist, or if you are an incredible artist and you're just visiting the channel just because you saw me pop up over here, then you know, of course, I thank you for visiting and stopping, but hindsight's always 20/20. Always look at the past through different eyes because you have learned what, you know, you basically right from wrong, and or at least your perception of right from wrong. So, you know, I look at that now and I'm like, I really probably should not have gotten rid of my toys because a lot of them are worth money. I mean, serious money now. Because at the time I was collecting, you know, stuff that I really like, but also really collectible stuff. So anyway, hindsight's 20/20. Always look, you know, make the decision based upon what you know at the time, and then also, you know, what possibly in the future. So anyway, what I'm doing right now, and one of the guys in my channel also requested a step-by-step. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm blocking in shapes. You know, I'm blocking in shapes. I'm going in and fixing the anatomy as I go, you know, based on the perspective that I have. And because I don't want to go full, you know, full anime and have him look, you know, all distorted and stuff. And I'm sure that's probably what is correct, but via my style, I do want to do them in my style because, you know, just doing something that's already been done, I really don't want to do. So anyway, so again, I'm not really sure if I'm pronouncing the name right, Vegeta. If I am, awesome. If not, I'm not going to draw him Super Saiyan right now. Maybe I'll do him at some other point in time as he's going in full Super Saiyan. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with that particular terminology, look it up on the internet. Saiyan and Super Saiyan. I'm not going to explain it. For those of you who do, you know what I'm talking about. So this is going to come around. So blocking in different shapes for this particular character. And again, whenever you do stuff like this, there's a lot of, especially whenever I have doing what I'm doing, which is using creative license. You know, if I was doing this for, you know, a company, then I would have a model sheet in front of me, and I would be trying to stick to the model, you know, because in the context of character design, there are nuances. There are nuances of the character that you can't fully comprehend until you've drawn said character more than one time. You know, I can sit down and draw Mickey Mouse one time and say, oh yeah, I've drawn Mickey Mouse. No, you really haven't, because you don't know the character nuances. You know, his attitudes, his you know, likes and dislikes. You really have to get in there and kind of get into the meat of what the character is. And, you know, this particular drawing is just something that, you know, I'm doing as per request. And again, this is a style. This is a styled variation. It's not particularly on model. You know, there's so many different iterations of this character online, you know, whenever I was doing my research. But you know, I don't really know the story, because, you know, I don't watch anime. And there's nothing wrong with me saying that, because I don't watch anime. I don't watch a lot of animated cartoons per se, but that doesn't mean that they don't have a lot of value in the art world, which they do. You know, anime, for the longest time, I didn't like anime. And a lot of you are going to go like, what? What are you talking about? Anime is the best thing in the world. I couldn't relate to it. I didn't really fully, you know, get into the story. I didn't grow up on it as a kid. I didn't watch it as a cartoon. You know, I could say the same thing if I say, you know, I love Looney Tunes. And, you know, some of the people now that are, you know, 20-something are like, yeah, Looney Tunes are okay. And I'm going to say, no, Looney Tunes are incredible, and they're written in such a way that, you know, the gags and stuff like that. And they're going to be like, yeah, but have you seen Naruto, or have you seen Dragon Ball Z, or have you seen any of those? The stories in there are freaking awesome. Well, it's because you grew up on them. It harkens back to a moment in your life whenever there was an innocence, and you had a lot of development going on, and the same thing happened whenever I watched Looney Tunes and Pinky and the Brain and some of those other stories, and there's a lot of value to that. So I decided to kind of open my eyes a little bit to anime, and it's got value. Anime's got value. Anime's got value because there's a lot of style cues that the United States has taken from anime. Not only in the Disney world, of course, you know, Disney has basically, their styles of the princesses have basically ripped off anime and manga, and I think that, you know, anime is a great, I mean, if you sit there and watch some of the animation, it's freaking incredible. Some of the backgrounds and the effects and stuff like that are insane. They're Super Saiyan. Just kidding. So anyway, so what I'm basically doing right now is I'm kind of correcting based on some of the reference that I pulled. And again, I don't want to completely utilize the reference in such a way that it cripples me. I want to go back and I want to kind of change things a little bit. And again, this is the absolute, and I'm going to say it, the absolute first time that I have drawn an anime character. You know, and I think it's pretty cool. I think, you know, there's the sweeping lines. I like the I like the overdone gestures. You know, I'd like to do a little bit more whatchamacallit, full body illustration work. But right now, just because I got a lot of work to do, that is not just fun drawing characters every day, that I can't really, you know, delve deep into it. Maybe a little bit at a time, and that's, again, that's what I think some of you guys should really be doing, is do a little bit of fire. Maybe he's got a little bit of fire coming around here. Yeah, he's kind of on fire. He's fixing to go Super Saiyan! Saiyan and Super Saiyan! So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably put you on time-lapse and do a wrap-up. I've been having problems with my phone. I don't know if you guys have as well. If you do any videos or some, you know, stuff like that, what's happening is basically whenever I do a video, a talking video, and I show my face, the talking doesn't sync up with the video. You know, I've got a brand new, you know, the latest and greatest iPhone, and I'm realizing, especially lately, you know, my Apple products have just been crapping. You know, I've got a computer, an older computer. It's about 7 years old, and it's been having issues. Of course, that's 7 years old. Come on, Mike, you got to get the latest and greatest. Well, I've really taken care of my machine. I've updated everything, and it runs the latest operating system, but my video card's kind of crapped out. So then, you know, it is a machine. So then I have an older Macintosh, you know, with a G5. It's like a multiple $1,000 computer, and I can't even run, you know, I can't even browse the internet on it anymore. Of course, a lot of the internet sites don't support the browsers anymore, but man, it's just, it sucks. It's like a big aluminum paperweight, you know? So I'm looking currently for a new PC. I'm gonna go PC this time. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I am. I'm gonna go full PC, people. I'm gonna go full PC. I'm gonna go, you know, I still have my Apples and my Macintosh products, but I'm to the point now where, you know, my Macintoshes, certain photo apps don't sync up. It's making me angry. You know, I would take a picture on my phone and I would get on my PC like 3 days before it would show up on my Mac, and that is just sad. So, again, this is Vegeta. I think that's his name. Not really sure. I'm going to go ahead and go on time lapse, and I'm going to do inking, and I'll probably do some color, and just really have fun with it. So enjoy the process, and again, thank you guys. And if you have any comments or requests for characters, they're in the, you know, go ahead and make them in the comments, and I'll address it. Put it on the list. I got a pretty long list now, so that's awesome. Thank you guys. And what I'm going to do is after this one's done, I'm going to offer it up for sale on Big Cartel. Big Cartel is a great site for artists that wish to sell the originals, and that's what I'm doing. It will be the original. I'll sign the back, and you know, you can do whatever you want with it. So at a reasonable price. I mean, I don't spend typically more than 45 minutes to an hour, so I kind of put in an hourly charge on that, and I think that's fair. I'm not really making any money. It just has to do with time. So. Again, thank you guys, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks.